Welcome, dear viewers, to Mr. Magazine, your home for the most captivating stories from the glittering world of Turkish celebrities. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit that join button to support our growing family. Because today, we dive deep into a love story that has stolen hearts across continents, the kind of story that reminds us that sometimes, destiny whispers louder than reason. It all began with a confession, quiet, tender, and yet powerful enough to shake the world of entertainment. Turkish actor Barış Baktaş, known for his intense screen presence and calm demeanor, recently revealed something so personal that even his most devoted fans were left speechless. During an intimate interview, he spoke not as an actor, but as a man overcome by feeling. "When I saw her for the first time," he said softly, his eyes lost somewhere far away, "I had a strange sense that my life would never be the same again. It was as if fate itself leaned in to whisper, 'She's the one.'" Those few words were enough to send the internet into a frenzy. Within minutes, social media platforms filled with messages, edits, and fan theories. Some cheered, others wept, but all agreed on one thing: Barış had spoken from the heart. The man who had always protected his private life so fiercely had suddenly chosen to unveil his soul before millions. And the name of the woman who inspired such vulnerability? Yağmur Yüksel, his co-star, confidant, and now, as many suspect, the love of his life. When reporters reached out to Yağmur for a comment, her response melted hearts. With a gentle smile and eyes that sparkled with unspoken emotions, she said, "He always had that special look, the kind that says more than words ever could. I never imagined hearing him say it out loud, but it fills me with happiness." Those sentences, delivered with calm sincerity, only deepened the world's fascination with the pair. Soon after, photographs surfaced, not from the red carpet or a film set, but from a cozy restaurant hidden in the heart of Istanbul. The two were seen sharing quiet laughter, exchanging glances that spoke of comfort and connection. One witness described the scene perfectly: they looked like two souls who had finally found each other, as if the rest of the world had faded away. The story of Barış and Yağmur transformed overnight from rumor to revelation. Across the Turkish media, talk shows and magazines couldn't get enough. Entertainment analysts debated whether this was a fleeting attraction or the beginning of a lifelong partnership. Yet as more details emerged, it became clear that something truly genuine was unfolding. Even as critics whispered about publicity strategies, the sincerity in their interactions silenced the doubt. During the same interview, Barış went further, his voice trembling slightly as he confessed, "I know we usually keep such things hidden in our world. But I can't pretend anymore. She's the reason I wake up smiling." Those words struck like lightning. Fans flooded comment sections with messages of support and disbelief. One wrote, "It's like watching a love story unfold in real life. He's not acting, he's feeling." Another posted, "Barış has never looked happier. This is the face of a man in love." And how right they were. But this isn't merely a celebrity romance, it has become a cultural moment. The hashtag #BarışYağmur began trending not only in Turkey but also in Latin America and Spain, where both actors enjoy immense popularity thanks to their internationally aired dramas. The online world buzzed with video montages, fan art, and emotional tributes. Entire fan pages emerged overnight, dedicated to celebrating their chemistry. Here at Mr. Magazine, we can't help but ask, what do you think, dear viewers? Do you believe in love at first sight? Have you ever felt that invisible thread that pulls two people together, even before a single word is spoken? Tell us in the comments below. We love reading your thoughts and stories. And if you're enjoying this dive into the romantic whirlwind of Turkish stars, don't forget to hit that like button to show your support. Meanwhile, the media frenzy only intensified. Programs across major Turkish television networks dissected every gesture and glance between Bahar and Yağmur. Entertainment panels compared their story to timeless screen romances, calling them the couple of the moment. Even international outlets joined in, with magazines in Mexico, Argentina, and Spain dedicating cover spreads to their blossoming love. Fans noticed everything, especially the smallest details. During one of Yağmur's public appearances, she wore a delicate bracelet that eagle-eyed followers immediately recognized as identical to one Bahar had worn weeks before. In seconds, the internet was ablaze with theories, matching accessories. "That's true love," commented one fan, while another wrote, "They don't need to say anything. Their gestures speak for them." And perhaps that's the beauty of their connection, it exists in the spaces between words. Despite the glitter and cameras, those close to the couple described their relationship as grounded, real, and built on mutual respect. One insider confided to the press, "It's not just passion. They understand each other. They talk about everything: career, family, values. They balance each other perfectly." Still, no love story is without its skeptics. A few voices suggested it might all be a clever marketing move, timed perfectly with their recent projects. Yet, even those skeptics found it hard to argue against the genuine warmth captured in countless candid moments, the laughter, the subtle touches, the looks that lingered just a second too long. Then came the moment that silenced all doubt. At a charity gala in Istanbul, Bahar took the stage to deliver a heartfelt speech. The event was filled with stars, journalists, and cameras flashing from every direction. But as he spoke, there was one person his gaze kept returning to: Yağmur, seated in the front row. At one point, he paused, smiled softly, and said, "There are people in our lives who remind us what kindness and love truly mean." His eyes met hers, and the crowd erupted. Yağmur, visibly moved, blushed and applauded, her smile wide and trembling with emotion. That brief exchange, caught by every camera in the room, became the image of the week. Within hours, it was shared thousands of times online, with captions like, "True love in its purest form and you can't fake that kind of connection." The story has since taken on a life of its own. What began as a quiet confession has evolved into a phenomenon, one that transcends gossip and speaks to something universal, the magic of two people daring to love in the public eye. Every day, new posts, interviews, and sightings add more fuel to the fire. Yet through it all, Bahar and Yağmur remain composed, choosing to let their actions speak louder than their words. Neither has confirmed wedding plans, but fans are already dreaming of the day the two stars might walk down the aisle, hand in hand, under the flashing lights. And as always, Mr. Magazine will be here, following every chapter of this unfolding modern fairy tale, a love story written not in scripts, but in stolen glances and whispered truths. Before we end, a quick reminder to our wonderful community: if you enjoyed today's story, subscribe to Mr. Magazine, like this video, and click that join button to help us continue bringing you exclusive stories and heartfelt moments from your favorite stars. And don't forget to tell us, who should we feature next? Which celebrity couple story are you most curious about? Because on Mr. Magazine, the spotlight always shines on love, passion, and the human heart behind the fame.